Alright, I'm recording this formally. This is for my project that I'm calling Zombie Apocalypse Diaries, but it is a general request. I am asking for researchers, scientists out there to verify my research, my findings. I've been working on this project as a fictional idea of the notion that zombies have taken over the world. And in the process have discovered that what I'm calling zombies have actually taken over the world. Now, what I've actually discovered is a disease which it's psychopathy. This is a lack of empathy which can actually spread. The psychopath will train others to be to not have empathy. They will essentially suck the empathy out of others, and they can project this influence through propaganda, essentially through psychology, which is, of course, why I'm asking for your assistance, specifically psychologist assistance, in helping me verify in verifying my findings, verifying my research. This is a very serious request. This started out as a fictional idea, but I have actually discovered some pretty interesting pathology of psychopathy throughout human history. My research is largely based on the works of Lawrence Kohlberg and Robert Hare, so you'll have to acquaint yourselves with their work. The lack of empathy creates a situation where moral reasoning cannot develop. So you have absolute absence of moral reason, absolute absence of moral reasoning. And this is projected through propaganda. I apologize, I don't know the source of the work on propaganda. I studied under Fazio at the University of Idaho, but I've also read Wikipedia and studied on my own and thought through the entire discipline, I guess you would say, of propaganda, and I'm quite acquainted with it. So propaganda is used to spread this empathy disorder, and psychopaths have been essentially ruling the human race since the dawn of agriculture, almost probably. And the only thing we have to do to solve it is be aware of it, be precisely aware of what is going on. So what happens is during development of a child, empathy is not taught. Empathy is a essential element of humans. Because we are social animals, we have this capability of being imprinted with this necessary social skill, this empathy. It's an innate skill to read the emotions of others. It is taught. It's in its absence, you have a psychopath. So if a child, when it develops during this early stage of development, I don't recall the years. That's Dr. Hare's work. If the child is not taught empathy, the child grows up without empathy and cannot learn moral reasoning, cannot learn to reason with consideration of the value of human life and in consideration of just everything around. They are self-centered, self-serving. They are in survival mode. They are individuals. They are loners, and they exist in a world that is natural. They are loners. They take mates. They're kind of like male lions. They take mates only for convenience. And the relationships they have the social relationships they have are manipulative. So these are individuals. They are not bred to be social, and they can spread this. It's quite bizarre. It's an absence that is contagious, and it's an absence that can be projected. And again, through communication, through influence, and propaganda is a very powerful tool through which this influence can be spread. It's a lot to take in. I know it's a lot for me to take in too. Please understand that. And please give this a few shots. Give this a few views, and please know that My research is extensive, and I have thought through it extensively, and please at least give it a shot. But curing it, again, we can cure this, and I believe that we can cure individuals, and we can easily cure the epidemic. Cure the epidemic is just awareness. Curing the individuals is teaching universal ethics, teaching them the reality that we are part of a larger system, that everything that we do affects ourselves, affects others. We are essentially teaching them to be social. We're teaching them the logic of being social beings, because we are in a social society. So we have to teach them that, and I believe we can. And it's important that we understand that it's possible we can teach them this, because otherwise our emotions may get the better of us. It's going to be really difficult to take in the notion that Hitler wasn't responsible for his actions, for example, because he wasn't a social human. We have to be very, very careful not to segregate, not to hate, not to anything. These are people with a disease that can easily be cured into individuals that can be very functional, very excellent members of society. They're just lacking in the emotion that was required for them to develop the same thing that we are going to teach ourselves. So we all need to be taught empathy again. And in teaching ourselves empathy, we are all cured, all of us cured, even the psychopaths, which I was originally calling zombies in this project. So anyway, that's what I'm asking you to verify. Please verify my findings, verify my research, and they should verify my findings about the cure, about just simply a matter of awareness. Anyway, I'm quite tired. Sorry. I'm not a professional scientist. I apologize. I'm independent and kind of broke. And doing this is... Anyway, my personal and actually my previous entry explains a lot of the personal reason behind all this. So, but and again, please give my research a look. Let's take a look at it, especially if you're a psychologist. All right, thank you.